Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition, and this is still my ongoing play by email match against Jochen. Jochen is the ally player, for me the Empire of Japan. Scenario 1, 1 day, turn, setup. And today we will check the 11th March 1942. And you can see already that I'm still picking up the rest bases in the Philippine area to clean up this stage of the war. And here at Nadi, Fiji, my escort task force encounter Jochen's local defense force. Luckily, Jochen was only able to, or pitifully, I don't know how you want to really call it. Jochen is only able to bring an AMC to defend his islands here. So maybe the Allies running out of warships, I don't know. Or this is a typical American way to defend the Allies. Because this is not an American base, so maybe they only have this kind of stuff left. And all the rest, the American units are for American bases only. You know, America first. Anyway, AMC gets killed. This is west of Nomaya, but my submarine is unlucky, cannot bring in the torpedoes. This looks a little stronger, destroyers and light cruisers, whatever this is. I also don't know if it's going to Nomaya or coming out of Nomaya. Maybe we can check later. Now we must watch again these night bombardments, terror attacks, no honor, but Jochen liked to do this. He don't must escort his ship, his bombers in this way, and I have no way to really stop them. I have only my flag and hoping that I can damage the incoming bombers more, or at least it's the same amount of damage than he can create on the ground. Here is one of my Sallies destroyed on the ground, and one more plus the Oscar, but at the same time my flag is able to kill one B-17, so it's now 5 engines against 4 engines. Maybe still acceptable for me, but the big the positive aspect is here that I will not lose my pilots and Jochen will, but the question is if Jochen have maybe unlimited pilots, but he have limited airframes, at least in 42. And I have the issue that Key 21, Key 48, they are all not more under production. So, but I slowly lost all of my backup planes. So it's hard for me to really fully equip my squadrons. So I have to maybe restart the production of these outdated airframes. At least for a certain time, to get maybe 10-20 airplanes or airframes back in my pool. I still normally won't skip all of this Key 21, Key 48 and only produce Key 49s, Helens. But this is still 6 months away, so 6 months is a long time. So no surface engagement. I was a little worried that maybe Jochen try something crazy. And here you can see southeast of New Zealand, there is a task force very close to my carrier force. So Jochen maybe was trying to go for this all-out attacks, but maybe only miss my task force. I also waiting for the big Navy strike. Last turn it was well, there was nothing coming. I was normally expecting anything come out of Suva, but maybe Jochen don't want to defend the island, or he have nothing left. I don't know. So first scouting, recon, updated information, high detection, so that follow up airstrikes maybe have a better chance and create more damage. But the weather is not in favor of this airstrikes in the north at least. Several storms. Well, yeah, at least I can disable some units. This is now a Changsha airstrike airbase, but also here is the weather shitty. And I'm not really able, but yeah, some damage. But no kills on the ground. So maybe Jochen move out his recon airplanes. There was some British recon airframes last time or last turn still here in the base, but maybe this chance to kill them is now over. Only light damage. And also no Chinese cap fighters still in there. This allows me that I can still run my airframes here with only light escort. Okay, now we have a peek on this task force Jochen was sending out to intercept my carrier unit. And we can see here some evil American destroyers, Clemson class destroyers. Maybe, I don't know, you can call it like similar to a Japanese second class destroyer. Similar to what I just lost in Darwin, 2 units. And these are 3, I think, in total. And I am able to create here some hits. Explosion, burning. But I have no torpedoes left. Not that torpedoes are the best for attack on destroyers. My Zeus also will try. Not that the 60 kilogram bomb will do a lot of damage, but maybe I can create a fire, and that is already something. No. Okay. At least 1 hit, penetration and critical damage. So the report show me now that every destroyer, so there are 3 units and each, so this has 3 destroyers and every destroyer get at least 1 hit and 2 of them are even 2. So maybe with heavy fires and heavy damage it's an instant kill. We will see. And this is a little far out of Wellington, so if this the units can only go 1 hex per pulse, so it needs 3-4 days maybe to return to base, if they even survive this. But the main task of this was normally still to find enemy cargo ships. And here's a PC plus an AK, but nothing loaded on, so I don't know what. No units, no airplanes, and maybe supplies. 2 more ships dead. And still no counter-strike of the American Air Forces in Fiji, so I'm waiting. Three more ships, okay. And it looks like that more and more British forces enter north of Thailand. So maybe Jochen is really trying to strike back early on and give pressure on Bangkok. And I only try to use here some army bombers to get rid of this leftover Dutch British forces in Borneo and not wasting my army troops to hunt them down in the jungle. So my torpedo bombers choose to attack the enemy cargo ships and not finish off the destroyers. It is maybe better because my time here is very limited. I cannot stay much longer. If Jochen already sent destroyers after my carrier, I maybe really have to leave this location. Massive explosion on a carrier, on a cargo ship. And one B-26 gets sunk with the cargo ship and the AVP. So yeah, the cargo ship is okay, the AVP is small, support only. Originally there was 3 ships sighted, so I don't know why only 2 sunk. Yeah. And no sinking sound. So and no follow-up Navy engagement and also no sub-activity. Very soft sub-attack. This is now a Mindanao, one of the last bases the Americans had. I planned and I took first Davao with the hope that maybe this American forces will now surrender if I kick them out of the base. But you can see that they're trying to escape here to the southwest. There's still this road official open, and I had simply no units left over to to block this. Maybe I had to take a unit to invade also this base, and then the Americans give up. But I can, yeah. They're jumping west of the base. There's still a road, so I will follow them and maybe have here a second strike. And even if after this they can jump to this hex, it's still on the way for me to go back to the port. So it's not totally waste of time. And you can see that I've only light disabled units and the Americans are dying. So most of the Americans are already giving up. This is also a leftover third unit, so the C company of a Chinese corps getting beaten up. And for me, this is the best outcome or a good outcome. First, I lost nothing on my own side, only disabled. And for the Chinese, it's all destroyed, but the unit is not broken. So Jochen have to rebuild this unit and get not automatically everything back after 3 months. This is a bombardment north of Xi'an. We have a look on the Chinese forces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corps are with still attack value able to withstand any attack. 7. This is something. My bombardment was okay. Will not change anything. Roughly 1000 attack value more for me. Maybe I can try to attack again. Second Battle of Darwin. Last time we reduced the fort level and give a big punch for the Allied forces. Here is still this armored brigade unit plus the recon. This is the armored forces and the strongest with the base forces maybe together. And we saw that it was maybe a little fast. But you can see that this is missing here. This armored regiment is now destroyed. You can also see that here Jochen lost a lot of destroyed vehicles. And additionally, he also lost infantry squads. And for me, it's only disabled. So light losses for me, and the Australian are dying. Here in Nadi, only a little New Zealand. Yeah, these are New Zealand troops. They're not even belonging to Australia, so I have only light Marines. But this is their main job, taking bases with only light defense. So I can take the base, destroy 4 airplanes on the ground. So don't ask me why here enemy airplanes now. I simply believe that this is maybe units transfer from Pago Pago back to Nomaya, or from Nomaya going to Pago Pago, whatever, and they had simply breakdown, and there was no AV support to fix them. Something like this, I don't know. Everything else would not make sense. For me, only disabled. The New Zealand troops also, many are disabled, but some are destroyed. But yeah, there was not much. So if there's nothing to kill, then I cannot get points. And here we see that there's an army brigade with over 100 attack value crossing the river and taking here north of Thailand, a base. I have only some Thai cavalry broken unit. This is only purely garrison stuff. I was not able to take this unit out, or will you lose every turn 1 victory point. But I really keep the minimum attack value in this area. I don't really care north of Thailand. It's for me useless. And here I take Yan'an. No enemy defender here, so nothing to really see. And this is the end of the turn. Still in favor for Japanese Empire, I would say. But with the not successful take of Darwin, it's delay my upcoming strategy and plans. So I have maybe also to rest in Darwin for 1 turn because the fatigue is a little high. But let's see what the intelligence reports have us to say. Air losses are equally 8 to 8. So units gets destroyed on the ground or ops losses for me and for Jochen. So it's okay. I mainly lost some jacks yet for flag damage. And also some of my army scout bombers, maybe all flag damage related to flag. Good. And out of these 8 airframes, I lost 2 pilots. And this is likely that these are the jack pilots. They get killed by flag and all the rest is fine. Good. And ship sunk. So official. This heavy cargo ship, a smaller cargo ship, this is all it's for my carrier operating southeast of Auckland and some support stuff. So this is all killed by my carrier, and this is only the different location. This is at the edge of the map, and this is near to my carriers. This was I think the destroyer had a heavy damage and heavy fire. I hear no sinking sound, so I don't believe that this destroyer is really dead. But the report let me know this. This is singly operational. This is New Zealand AMC. So then it really belongs there. Nothing more to say about this. Army points. Now we have roughly 71-6 kill ratio. Fine. In China, there is no change. I was here able to cut. These forces are now out of supply. I control the highway. I wait that they come out of the mountains and I will beat them up slowly. Or, I really don't want to go into the mountains. This costs me too much time. Here in, say, north of Xi'an, no really change. I bring in reinforcements and then will be attacked in 2 or 3 turns again. Yan'an, I took the base. With some light, a quarter of the installation is damaged, so 31 out of 40 I took. Yeah, it's okay. Some more resources for me. I need really more resources and ship them to Japan. Good, but not really much more to say. The damage of the base is still 44. Okay. Here in Thailand, Jochen is already at striking back. I mean, I never really cross and attack Burma, so you can see again how aggressive the allies are. Thailand is normally a peaceful country, but Jochen always try to invade this and kill many of these farmers and peaceful people, and Japan is here to protect them. And so I don't bring war, I only try to bring peace and justice. That everyone knows this. My forces in Singapore are slowly building up 4,500 attack value, but I'm still waiting for 2 more convoys to arrive in Singapore, and then I will maybe have enough power to strike somewhere soon again. Palembang in the next 2 turns. I think I need 2 more turns to arrive in Palembang, and then we have this last important Dutch base also taken out, and then there's free shipping between Malaya, Sumatra and Java, and nothing can interrupt me more. Celebres is still normally under Dutch control, but I was hoping if I take Darwin, it is hard for Jochen to really maintain here a presence with forces. And I want to avoid that I take maybe first all of these Dutch bases and Jochen bring all of his forces to Darwin, and then Darwin is getting more hard to take, so I skip all of this with this hope that Darwin is still not so strong, because of it is not easy to bring reinforcements to Darwin for Jochen, but over time it is getting complicated. And you can see already how much coastal battery fire Jochen was able to bring on me. Good. Here in the South Pacific, my subs found nothing, but lucky my carriers, so I get rid of 4 or 5 more cargo ships. And here was 3 destroyers. The scouting reports calls them now heavy cruisers, but I know there are 3, so that is correct, and I know there are destroyers. And I know they're all burning. So, but anyway, Jochen was here very aggressive again, moved them out, tried to find my carrier, and my carrier is low on fuel, so I really have to go. The battleship and heavy cruisers will be enough to really shield me against any attempt, whatever he brings here. But I don't want to have here an enemy destroyer with a lucky torpedo hit on my carrier so far away from any base I control. So, I don't really want to play the super risky game, and I cannot throw away destroyers on enemies much stronger. I have really 2 less reinforcements coming over the next months and years. Roughly only 1 destroyer per month, first class, and in 43, summer of 43, the Japanese starting also to produce the second class destroyers for purely escort duty, and maybe 2 per month. So, but this is first in summer 43. Good. And an invasion of Nadi was also successful. I took the base. The New Zealand troops are running back to Suva, so I have now here the control. The base looks fine. So I will unload more additional troops with my second wave. Then I don't will suffer landing losses normally. And I hope in the next, normally in 3-4 days, I hope I already take Suva, and then the resistance of Fiji is over, and then I will take the nearby bases and secure here everything, and then it's over. Then I control north of New Caledonian with Luganville, and every base east of New Caledonian. So this means that every ship won't go to Australia, must really go the total edge of the map. I maybe cannot control here much. It's hard for me to be so far away from any base. But on the same time, it also means that the supply lines for Jochen are stretched to the maximum. It also delay everything for Jochen to reinforce New Zealand, Australia. And especially because maybe my cruisers scare him a little in Perth. So the question is how he won't bring supplies in the future to Australia. So maybe he have to bring everything to Melbourne from the west side, so at the edge of the map, maybe here, or he run everything at the edge of the map at the east side. But this is all means more additional time, slower reinforcements, and less pressure against my bases in hopefully the next 3-4 months. Maybe in 3-4 months Jochen will strike back, and I don't know what will happen, but we will see. Good. The rest was all very standard, nothing crazy. Bombardment in China. Maybe only for the people they like to see this. I was not more sure. It was a Dragon, a DH-89. So let's check what kind of airplane this is. Allied airplane. DH. B. So many B's. C. DH Dragon. Repeat. So it was a New Zealand Recon. Okay. Only Recon. But get rid of them, fine. Less information for Jochen to know where I am next time. Good. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.